Hi, my name's Cadence if you're new here, and welcome to another monthly reset. So this will be my second ever monthly reset, so bear with me, I'm still new to this, but I really enjoyed doing the last one. I think it really helped me prepare for the month, just really helped me like see what was ahead of me and kind of just really prepare. So we're gonna do it again. I will say before we get started, I would like to say that I was previously a toddler ones teacher. So if you have seen my previous videos, you've seen all of my content of weekly vlogs and all of that stuff as a toddler teacher. Unfortunately, I am no longer working as a toddler teacher. I was let go a couple weeks ago, and I'm not mad about it. Like, the situation I completely understand. I'm not really wanting to share a lot of details, but I am at peace with it right now. And currently, being 20 weeks pregnant and all of that stuff, I'm not really looking at going back into that field at the moment. Maybe later on down the road or whatever, I might jump back into that field again, but currently that is not really in the plan for me. But I do still want to make content to help you guys who are toddler teachers. So I still want to do like idea videos of things you can do, lesson planning videos. I do plan to do a video talking about the curriculum we used, which was high scope. I want to be able to still do those videos for you guys and share content with you guys that would be helpful for those people who are in the field still, because I personally know what it's like to jump into that career and have like no ideas. I still want to be able to help out as much as I can. My videos will just look slightly different because I won't be able to do those vlogs anymore. My content will probably at this moment shift a little bit more towards lifestyle, motherhood, and maybe a little bit of faith content here and there. So yeah, and then I just wanted to share that with you guys just moving forward so that you guys were aware of kind of the direction that my channel will be taking. But yeah, so to start off this monthly reset, one of the things I wanted to do was tackle a big project that I've been wanting to do. So last month we did my closet reset, which was great. Honestly, it looked amazing. It's helped me so much. And then like when it comes to putting stuff away and everything, I just personally, it's been a weight lifted off my shoulders. But now I have to tackle the rest of my office. And plus, because of all of the travel and all of the busyness I've had, I kind of like my suitcases and all of like the big stuff that's not like my clothes have kind of all been piled up in there. So I need to get all of that stuff taken care of, get that stuff put away, and then kind of tackle bit by bit of there. So I may just focus on one main area in that office currently, but that is my plan, is to work on that. Okay, so since I've been gone, I've kind of just been tossing like my luggage and all that stuff. The clothes and everything are washed and put away, but there's just a few random things in these piles that need to be put away. But my main goal is to get this taken care of. This is all my winter stuff that needs to go downstairs. I just need to get it all organized and put in the bucket, and maybe even go through and make sure I even want all of it. And then my goal is to get at least this done at some point, or at least partially done. That is my goal. And suitcase. So I started with the big suitcase, went ahead and got that cleared out. Everything that does not go in this room, I put into this bag. So before I go and do anything else, I'm gonna get this stuff put away and then maybe clear up this area a little bit more so that I have some room to work when I move into that area. Okay, so I've got a small pile of winter stuff to donate. I've got all of my sweaters and cardigans and long sleeve shirts in here. I actually think I see a couple more up there. I'm gonna try and fit them in here. My jackets and stuff, because these drawers will be emptied, because all of my clothes will be moved over, so I might just store my jackets and like some stuff in those drawers. Haven't quite decided. And then for right now, I have this basket that has gloves, hats, scarves. I have a basket downstairs that I can switch all into, because I'm going to take these down into the basement. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I need to make sure I get all of the long sleeve stuff from up there, which there only looks like there's 3 or 4 things, and they should be able to fit in here. And then I'm going to run these things downstairs and put these in the donate pile, and then I will start to tackle this, which I'm thinking I will move these hanging clothes over to here because my goal is to get rid of all of my clothes in there. So I'm going to move my hanging clothes for my shop over there so that I can separate them more and know exactly what I've got and that type of thing. All right, so I've got part of that done. Again, going piece by piece. I'm gonna take a little break from it for a little while and come back to it later. But now we're gonna actually get into the goals for this month. We're actually gonna start with my goals from last month, see where we were, kind of how the month went, do a little recap, and then we will get into my goals for this month. Let's go ahead and talk about my goals from last month. So starting off, we had my personal goals, which were being intentional, being present, and no social media. I probably wasn't as great about being present and as intentional as I wanted to be, but it definitely, I think having that goal and setting it really put me in a mindset of being more observant of that. So if I was hanging out with somebody or whatever and I was starting to get tired, or I was starting to have thoughts of like different things, or starting to overthink or anxiety or anything like that, I would kind of remind myself like, hey, my goal is to be more present and more intentional. So I was kind of able to notice those moments where I may not have been as present as I could have been. I think it was helpful for me. I think it's still something that I need to work on consistently because it is a mindset shift. But overall, I think having that as a goal helped me a lot with certain situations and like helped me really push through. Moving on to no social media. So obviously this was very, very hard. I didn't use social media as much as I normally would. I still used it. I think there might have been 1 or 2 days where I didn't use it at all, but overall, it's still something that I want to eventually set as another goal and like go full force and like really lock down and mean it, because I feel like the days that I wasn't on it as much really helped me to be more present and more intentional with my time. Next, we move into health goals. So my 2 biggest goals with that was water and making better eating choices, which both I did. I feel like having this giant water bottle helped me so much because I drank at least one of these a day. Some days it was 1.5. There were a couple days I would only drink half, but I feel like having this big bottle for me helped me be more aware of, okay, I've only drank half of this, I need to drink more. So it kind of helped me keep track better of how much I was drinking. 10 out of 10 recommend if you struggle with drinking water, getting a big jug. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. It can be any kind of jug you want, whether it's one of those Stanleys or whatever. But for me personally, if you struggle with keeping track of how much you're drinking, getting a big water bottle definitely helped. Making better eating choices. I feel like I did better at this. I at least made sure that I was eating 3 meals a day. I did notice that in my second trimester, I've been more like bird eating. So like I'm hungry all the time, but not hungry enough to eat large meals. I've really been trying to keep snacks on hand and trying to just eat when I notice I'm hungry and not like pushing myself to overeat, but making sure that I actually am eating something and that what I'm eating I'm at least getting a little bit of vegetables in there, getting some protein in there, that type of thing. Faith. So my faith goal was to read my Bible more. I'm gonna be honest, I really struggled with this. June was a rough month. I mean, there was a lot going on, and I probably could have been more intentional with my time and really put more time into reading it, but I didn't. I didn't make it a priority. So I am gonna push that forward into my July goals, because I really do want to start making time with the Lord more of a priority. Finance goals. My finance goals was to basically just keep track of everything I spent this month. That did not happen at all, because this month was crazy and there's just so many things happening. It just didn't happen. Lastly was work goals, which that also became a little complicated, but I think overall when I was there, I was trying to implement as much of that as possible. I also kind of started getting a plan ready for my business. I think what I'm going to do currently is all of the inventory I have, I think I'm just going to do mystery bundles. So it would be like $35, you get 3 clothing items. $50, you get 5 clothing items. So that way I can just get rid of all of the inventory I have. And then once I get rid of all of that, I'll be able to start fresh and build from there, because I think I want to take a different direction with it. Like, I still want to do cute, trendy stuff, but I think I'm going to start with building on basics, because I feel like, especially as a toddler teacher, having basics was really important. It was easy just to have something I could just throw on and not have to worry about, you know, what goes together, what doesn't. Like, it was just super easy and great to have a bunch of basic staple pieces. And I think it's also very helpful if you like to be a little bit more out there with your outfits and things, to know that you have those staple pieces. And for people who don't like to spend a lot of time in the morning putting stuff together, having staple pieces and basics in your wardrobe are amazing. So I think once I get rid of most of, if not all of my inventory, hopefully with the mystery bags, that will be my plan. Those were my goals for June. Overall, I think I did pretty well. There were some things that I still need to work on, but a lot of that was like mindset shifts and habits and things like that. So let's go ahead and move into July's goals. I want to start out with personal goals. I still want to push being intentional with my time and being present. I think that I probably will keep those in my monthly goals probably till the end of the year, because that is a huge mindset shift, and I think having those in my goals really helped me a lot. Also have it to where I'm going to separate it out. So my theme for personal goals is habits and routines. Habits, I have I want to wash my face daily. That is something that I struggle with. I've never been good at keeping a good skincare routine, but I've noticed when I have, that my skin looks great. I've actually been keeping a consistent routine for the past couple days, and I think it's done wonders. So finding good skincare and keeping up with it daily, I think will be great for me. So I think what I'm going to do is each month pick 1 or 2 different habits that I want to build on for that month. Because they say it takes like 30 to 60 days to build a habit. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I also want to set a routine. So I'm going to set a routine that I want to work on each month or every 2 months. And so for this month, I want to really work on a morning routine, because I think that will help me a lot in a lot of areas with a lot of my goals. So I'm going to set a habit, which is washing my face daily. And I'm going to set a routine, which will be a morning routine. And I don't know if I'm going to have those be monthly goals or every other month goals or whatever, but that is currently where I'm at. Health goals. So, hold on one second. So moving into health goals, one of the big things I want to do is meal plan. I think that'll help me a lot with making better eating choices. So I found this amazing meal planning thing on TikTok. I will link the ladies thing below, because I did have to purchase the files and everything, but I've already been using it for a whole week, and so far I like it. I will give you guys a full review of it probably next month, but I'm excited to try this out and see how it goes, because I know meal planning is such a struggle, and grocery shopping and everything. So I'll give you a quick overview, and then if you guys are interested later, I might do a smaller video or something kind of going more in detail. But I have it and put it in a binder. So basically what it is you have a meal schedule. So each day is a different theme. So for example, slow cooker Mondays, taco Tuesdays, easy Wednesdays, that type of thing. And then you have your meal plan sheet. So it has Monday, Tuesday through Sunday, and a grocery list at the bottom. And so what you would do is for each day, you would go through, and she has like lists of meal ideas, but you could also throw your own in there. So then like for slow cooker Monday, you would find a recipe you want to try or a recipe you love or whatever it is, and you would just fill it in on that day. And then like taco Tuesday, so on and so forth. It's easy because then days you know you need meals, you can easily just throw them on here. And how I did it with grocery shopping was I just shopped for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we saw how the rest of our week went, and then I shopped for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And so we had it all planned out, so we had an idea of, okay, this is where we're going to eat, but I didn't do the whole week of grocery shopping right away. That's what personally worked good for us this week, but I mean, it's completely flexible, and I mean, there's spaces you can add your own recipes. You could do the same recipes every week, you could do different ones. But if you're interested, I will leave the link to it in the description. And then if you want more details, let me know, and I might do another video going into more detail, maybe doing a week of this is how we used it or whatever, I don't know. But there are options. I want to start taking a walk daily. The past couple days we've been taking a walk after dinner, me, my husband, and our dog, and I feel like that's made me feel good. I think taking a walk every day will be good for me, just to get some type of exercise, and just to kind of get out in nature and in the sun. I'll stick with doing it in the afternoons with my husband after we eat. Of course, it'll be flexible based on what we're doing that day, etc. Finance goals. So I want to try again on keeping track of how much I'm spending this month. I think that'll be very important, especially with the finance situation that we're in. I mean, I am blessed enough that my husband is able to still provide for us and that type of thing, because we had actually talked about me possibly being a stay-at-home mom anyway. So I am very blessed that he is able to still provide for us without me having to work, which I might actually look for a part-time job. I'm just kind of in that limbo at the moment, but I think now is the most important time for me to really start doing that. And he also wrote down kind of an overview of how much he makes and that type of thing, and is working on teaching me how to budget. So that is my goal for this month as well, is to create out a budget for the month and then try and stick to it, or at least see like how we do with it and that type of thing, because I feel like that will be one less stressor for him to have to worry about. And I think it'll be very beneficial for me to learn how to do that personally, because that's something that I've always struggled with. Faith goals. So like I said previously, I'm throwing my Bible one back in here, and I am adding in daily prayer time. So what I mean by this is like at night when me and my husband are laying in bed before we go to bed, like talking about our day and then praying together. I think that'll be good for our relationship together as well as our joint relationship with God. I feel like that's just something that will be good for our relationship, and so that's something I want to start trying to do every night. That is where I'm at with my goals for July. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. I would love for you guys to follow along, and yeah, hopefully I can continue making content for you guys and you will enjoy it. It just may look a little bit different, but I love you guys, and I will see you hopefully next week. Bye.